Hello, 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 everybody. And welcome back to another Masterpiece Monday. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with one of every Masterpiece set. As you can see here, we've got, of course, Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch, Kaladesh, Aether Revolt, and get an Hour of Devastation. I am filming this episode live this week because I literally got home about maybe half an hour ago from PAX South. I hope you all had a great pre-release weekend. I hope it was great for you. I didn't get any of my filming done over the weekend because I wasn't home. I didn't have my studio with me. I played in a couple pre-release events over the weekend. It was fun. Yeah, I got to jam some games with the guys from LRR, which was pretty sweet. I really enjoyed that. Big shout out to those guys. They're pretty awesome. The audio is choppy? That's not good. Oh no. How choppy is choppy? It shouldn't be choppy. Audio's a bit off. Off in what sense? I'm breaking up. That's not good. Why am I breaking up? There should be no breaking up involved. My goodness. What's happening here? Give me a second here. Okay. And then we'll do this. How's that? Can you hear me better now? Is this working or is it still choppy? Testing 1, 2, 3. I don't have my... I can't check. Let me see if I can hear myself. Is the audio chopping on my end? No, it is not. Okay, I can hear myself and it sounds fine. Okay. Oh, it's better now? Okay, that's good. Oh, jeez. Alright. Okay. Maybe we fixed the problem. Alright, good, good. Good, 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 good. Oof. Thank you, everyone, for pointing that out before I got too far into things. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's possible that, like, my PC was running all weekend while I wasn't here, so it's possible that things just got a little bit, you know, jammed up in the works. Who knows? Gotta blow out the tubes every now and then, right? That's how you gotta blow out the internet tubes every now and then. That's probably how it works, right? It's science and technology and things, words and stuff, right? It's totally how it all works. I hope you all had a very good weekend. I was kind of just chatting along. So the reason I did this, I'm doing this live this week, is because I just got home from PAX about 40 minutes ago. We left our hotel this morning in San Antonio at 8 a.m., which is technically 9 a.m. my time. And our flight was supposed to leave at 11:45. It didn't leave until about 12:45-ish, so it was delayed about an hour. By the time we landed in Toronto, it was rush hour traffic, so getting home took another hour and a half. So that's why I was only home about 45 minutes ago. So here I am, live for the Masterpiece Monday. So let me just do the little intro so that anybody who's watching this after the fact knows what's going on. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. This is Masterpiece Monday. I am your host, MrBevers. Again, we're back with one set of every set that ever had a Masterpiece in it. We've got BFZ, Oath of the Gatewatch, Kaladesh, Aether Revolt, Amonkhet, and Hour of Devastation. The way we're doing this right now, and most of you who are watching this live will know, make sure you go leave a comment after this video. If you're watching it live, make sure you do leave a comment, because we're playing a little bit of a game. And we've already had one winner. We've had one winner so far, but we are playing a little bit of a game. If you can leave a comment below on this video of what set next week will have a Masterpiece in it, you will be entered to win all of the rares that were opened that week. So right now, we have, for this video that I'm filming right now live, we have 50 votes. We have 50 votes right now. Okay. The 50 votes we have are 2 for BFZ, we have 7 for Oath of the Gatewatch, we have 13 for Kaladesh, we have 11 for Aether Revolt, we have 6 for Amonkhet, and we have 11 for Hour of Devastation. Now, in previous videos, you've seen me kind of like swap them around so that I open them in order. I'm not going to do that, and the reason I'm not going to do that is because it makes it a little bit harder to follow along with this. And what this is the foil count. Okay, this is the foil count. This is how many foils we've opened from each set so far. Okay, so because I'm filming this live, I kind of had to like shoehorn this in to a thing to sort of like get it to work in OBS as opposed to in After Effects and editing in Premiere. So it'll look a little bit different this week. But it is there, and that's why I'm going to leave the packs where they are and open them in order of least number of votes to most number of votes without moving them around so that I can keep this foil count updated properly. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get right into things. I hope you're all having a great evening. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a great day if you're watching this at a later date. So, BFC is first with 2 votes. Yeah, there are 2 people out there that believe in the unicorn box, which is a box of one of these sets that has 2 masterpieces in it. 2. So without further ado, let's get right into BFC. I mean, BFC is still low on foils. We've only opened 3, and that includes the masterpiece we opened, right? Tunneling Geopede, Bane of Balaged, Crumble to Dust, and Planar Outburst. It's a good rare. This card's a lot of fun. Typical white sorcery speed board wipe. However, it has Awaken, so you can pay an extra 3 mana. One of them having to be a white, the other 2 having to be generic. But if you do that, you get Awaken 4, which means you can turn one of your lands into a 4/4 creature after the board wipe resolves. And of course we get a full art forest with just a plant token. So that was 2 votes for theirs. Next up is 6 votes for Amonkhet. So Amonkhet is our next one. Alright, Amonkhet. 6 people think you have a masterpiece in you this week. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay. We've got our uncommons here. Let's see. Vizier of Remedies. Zenith Seeker. On-Crop Crasher, and a Vizier of Many Faces. This is another good card. This card's a lot of fun to play with, mainly because it can come in as a copy of anything, and then if it dies, you can embalm it for 1 more mana than what it cost you to cast it the first time, and it copies something again, which is pretty sweet. And we did get a foil here? There's a foil. Foil Nest of Scarabs. Man, I loved playing with this card. This card was so fun. This card is still fun to play with. So my buddy built a red-black, like Soulscar Mage deck, which is basically just like plays this and you just burn things, but instead of burning them, you put -1s because of the Soulscar Mage, and then you make just a whole bunch of 1/1 scarabs. It was actually a lot of fun to play with. I enjoyed it quite immensely. All right, so nothing there, but we did get a foil, so let's update the foil there. That was Amonkhet. Our Amonkhet foils are up to 8? That's crazy. Holy moly, that's a lot of foils for 1 box. All right, who's next? Oath of the Gatewatch is next with 6. Scarab God, Nest of Scarabs, and Black Sun Zenith. That's fair. Okay, Oath of the Gatewatch. Let's see. All right. Cinder Barrens, of course, a land that we want to make sure doesn't go into the bulk pile, because I don't want to have it in my patron box. Prophet of Distortion. My goodness. I wanted to say Distortation, and I was like, that is a weird mouthful of a word that is not the right word. Mind Melter, and Sifter of Skulls. Well, there's a little 4/3 for 3 and a black. Devoid, of course, means it has no color. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature onto the battlefield. And, of course, we get a full art Swamp, which is the case with the BFZ block of cards. Alright, so that was Oath of the Gatewatch 7. Next up is Aether Revolt or Hour of Dev, so we'll do Aether Revolt. They both have 11 votes. We did have our most amount of votes last week, 50. We had 50 votes last week. Holy moly. Let's see what Aether Revolt has for us. Now, Aether Revolt is also kind of low on foils, right? We're on week, what, 23? So we've opened up almost 2/3 of this box, right? And we only have 3 foils, right? In comparison, we have 8 from Amonkhet, 6 from Oath of the Gatewatch, right? Pretty crazy. Untethered Express, Foundry Hornet, Illusionist's Stratagem, and Green Wheel Liberator. All right, little rare 2/1 for 2, little piker, with Revolt, which enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it if a permanent that you controlled left the battlefield this turn. And just a plains and a Thopter token. Good old Thopter tokens. Can't complain about those. Hour of Dev. All right. A lot of people making called shots on the Hour of Dev pack. A lot of people calling for specific gods. Someone said Locust God, someone said Scarab God, and someone said Thoughtseize. So, a lot of called shots on the Hour of Dev this week. A lot of called shots on the Hour of Dev this week. Angel of the God Pharaoh. Imaginary Threats. Burning Fist Minotaur. And Rona's Last Stand. Man, I remember when this card got spoiled and people were talking about it and they were like, oh my god, a 5/4 for 2 mana? That's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but then you don't get to do anything on turn 3. And there's a lot of removal in that block. In Aether Revolt, Kaladesh, Amonkhet, Hour of Dev, there's a ton of removal on turn 3 for a lot of people. So I don't know. The 5/4 can sometimes get there. It can. And of course we just get a full art land, which is nice. Full art land, but no invocation there, unfortunately. But last but not least for this week, we've got a pack of Kaladesh. Let's see if we can't find a sweet masterpiece. Now, Kaladesh is a little bit low on the foils as well. We've only got 4. So let's see. I counted the cards there because it just happened, and I apologize, but there we go. Cloud Blazer, Decoction Module, Experimental Aviator, Captured by the Consulate. All right. Nothing super exciting in our rares this week. I mean, some good rares. Just nothing super crazy. No mythic pulls, no high-end rare cost cards, and then just a mountain and no foil and no masterpiece. So yeah, another week with no masterpiece. But I mean, that's not surprising, right? We're expecting to see quite a few weeks where we don't have any masterpiece, and that's just going to be how it is. But we did open one a couple weeks ago, and we did have one winner. So they walked away with a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of goodies. Now, to just clarify, so if we had opened up a masterpiece this week, what you would be walking away with is everything you see here. You'd get all the foils, all the full art lands, and all the rares. So the masterpiece card would stay with me. You would get everything else. So make sure you leave a comment after this video is live or after you viewed it, and tell me what you think next week we will see. Because I am filming this live, so there are a lot of people here in chat. Just make sure that you leave a comment, because if you say it in chat now, I can't, when I go back to count the votes next week when I go to film, if I won't remember that you've said this in chat. It's just going to be how it is. My memory is like this on a good day, for things that I actually have written down and have done. So when people are like, hey, do you remember when I told you that thing a week ago? And I go, no. And it's not, I don't do it intentionally. It's not like this thing where I'm like, I don't remember it because it's not important to me. I forget important things too. All the time. All the time. It's really a pain. It's really, really a pain. I have a terrible memory. Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. So I apologize. But anyway, thank you so much everyone for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers. Don't forget to leave a comment below, letting me know what set you think. And if you want to get involved with the Kraken packs and the value and all that kind of stuff, I do have a Patreon where you can sign up and you can help support the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. But you're not going to go home empty-handed. You're going to get a grab bag, most likely. and you could sign up for like a bundle or a booster box level as well, where I'll crack one of those from the newest set and send it all out your way. So you could do that. If you can't support with a monetary value, don't worry about it. I appreciate you just watching and being here and leaving comments and just being active in the community. It's great. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content, and thanks so much for watching. Okay, and let's do this. Since we're live, I'm still going to be chatting with you folks here for a bit. So, but while we're doing that, let's just talk about our Patreon. Since we just talked about our Patreon, all of these great people are helping bring you out there content. All of you watching this, these fine people are the ones that are helping you see all of this. It's awesome. It's awesome. Big ups to all of those folks. They are crazy supportive, and I really appreciate it. All right. So, how is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Did I win versus LRR? So, interestingly enough, let me just go back here to here. There we go. So, okay, have a good night, Arvagos. So I played, I got to jam a couple games, against LRR. I only got to jam, like, I played Ben for funsies on Saturday night while we were waiting for Graham to finish his round 3. And he crushed me. Absolutely crushed me. It was like, he was running, I think, Grull, and he just came in stomping. He stomped me good. It was a fun game, but he stomped me good. Then on Sunday, I played against Graham in the pre-release league that they were running, and I beat him 2-0. And then I played against Ben later that day in the league, and he beat me 2-0. So, you know, it happens, right? It happens. Ben's decks both seemed very good. The ones that he got, his pools seemed very good. The league that they were running was a little weird, was a little strange. Because it was kind of like a free-for-all league, just play as much as you want, as many as you want. But they weren't giving out like prize tickets for it per se. They were giving out like pulls from a random pool of cards that they had just basically sleeved up and shuffled together. So it was, you know, you would pull a bunch of foils, or pull a bunch, I should say not foils, but you'd pull a bunch of commons and uncommons, and you'd feel bad. But like then every now and then, like someone would pull a rare or a promo or something, and it was pretty fun. So like, yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I had a lot of fun hanging out with those guys and chatting with them about Magic and just stuff in general. Like it was definitely a good time. So, hopefully, you know, if you do follow the LRR guys, keep an eye out. I don't know how soon it will be. It probably won't be soon, but I did gift them a thing that I'm hoping they will draft on channel. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we'll see what they do with it. I'm hoping they draft it on channel, but I mean, I know they have a backlog of stuff for like Friday night paper fights and things like that, so they may or may not get to it anytime soon. You're gonna give me a case of Aether Revolt and watch me not pull a masterpiece? Yeah, I mean, that's how it would be, Viking. But like, so here's the thing: is if you gave me a case of Aether Revolt, okay, it's technically your case. I'll open it on my channel and I'll ship all the stuff back to you. Put it that way, right? If you did that, right, I would open it and ship it all back to you. And we know then, because it's your case, right, and I'm opening it for you, there'd be 2 masterpieces, maybe 3 in that case, because it's not mine, it's yours. You played the small event, did third, first, and seventh in 18-player pool. Pulled 2 Dovins, 1 Domri, few other good ones. Liking the set. Oh, you showed people the clips from the streamer event? That's pretty funny. Hey, Team Tomboys, how's it going? But, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was very good. I had a lot of fun playing. I didn't... What did I pull? What did I pull? I did do pre-release, Raphael. I technically did 3 pre-releases over the weekend while I was at PAX. Probably Miss Tomboy. If you're asking the question, it's definitely Miss. Oh, Stubborn Salmon coming in with that $2 donation. Stubborn Salmon, thank you so much for that $2. I really appreciate it, man. Moo. Moo. Everyone was loving my stream. That's great, man. Thank you so much for showing off the clips and stuff and getting people hyped for it. I really appreciate that, Irish. Yeah, no, so I played in, like, 3, technically, but, like, so the first one I played Orzhov. So the way they did it, because it was at PAX, they didn't let you pick your guild. You just kind of got, like, because they were doing, like, it was massive events. It was, like, 50 or 60 plus people, in the events. So they basically just said, you know, sit at your table, you've got your assigned seats, and then we're just going to pass out kits. And that's it. That's just what it's going to be. Because if we let people pick, we'll get people all picking the same guilds, and then we'll just have a whole bunch left over of, like, these 2 guilds that nobody wants to play, right? And we can't do that. So we're just going to hand them out randomly. So they did that. And so I got Orzhov, which is what I wanted to play. That's what I wanted to play in the pre-release. I wanted to play Orzhov. So I got Orzhov the first day, which I was happy about. And I went 3-0 in the first event. And got 30 prize tickets, which were pretty good. And then the second event, I got Simic, and my pool was absolute garbage. It was, like, probably the worst pool I've ever seen for anything. Like, it was bad. I didn't even want to play it. Like, and so I didn't. I just didn't even play. Because it was an event that I had actually signed up for before realizing that there was a league that I could play in. And so I signed up for the league at the beginning of the day, not forgetting that I had pre-registered for the noon event on Sunday. So on the event on Sunday, I like sat down, got my kit, opened it, built my deck, and went, I'm not going to play this. I'd rather just play my league deck. Viking with the $1.99 donation. Aether Revolt is your evil ex-girlfriend. I mean, that's how it feels most of the time, Viking. That's how it feels most of the time. Yeah, oof, man, it was bad. So, like, my league kit was Simic as well. I picked Simic because the league kit they let you pick for whatever reason, and I picked Simic, and its kit was actually not bad. Like, I enjoyed playing it. Like, it was a fun deck, and I actually ended up going Bant, not Simic, because I had some decent white, like, removal spells and stuff, so I just splashed them. And then I also had the, oh, man, what is that? It's the blue-white split rare card that makes the 4/4 Sphinx. So I put that in, too, because it's just a bonkers card. Like, it's just very good. Because for 2 mana, you put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library and draw a card. Or for 5 mana, you get a 4/4 Vigilance Flying Sphinx. So that was pretty good. So I played that, and then just the white removal spells that I had, and it went out. It worked really well for me. And then, yeah, League. I think I won 3 of the 4 games I played in League, and the only one I lost was to Ben. So, you know, can't complain there, right? I didn't get any good pulls from the League. You finished 2-1 with Big Things. That's not bad. Big Things is hard to deal with. Absolutely. Like, Big Things is very hard to deal with. So Well, yeah. What did I pull? Did I pull anything good? I pulled the weird blue-green X card, the Hydrocrassus or whatever. I pulled one of those. I pulled the Angel, the White Angel. And then I pulled 2 Blood Crypts and a Godless Shrine out of 3 kits. And it's funny because the 2 Blood Crypts came from both my Simic boxes, and then the Godless Shrine came from one of the Simic boxes as well. So one Simic kit that I did had 2 Shocklands in it, and neither of them were on color for Simic, and I was like, jeez. So you went to Saturday and got 3, 2, and 1 Orzhov played. You got 3, 2, 1 Orzhov played Orzhov. Sunday you went 3, 3 Orzhov played Jund. But got the White Angel Mythic on both. Oh, that's not bad, Raphael. That White Mythic Angel is pretty sweet. You active trees into 5/5 and put Giant Growth on. Dear me. You wanted Jellyfish so bad? Yeah, and I mean, yeah, so I pulled Krakus out of my Orzhov kit. Right? But, like, I didn't pull it out of my Simic kits. That would have been too good, right? Pulling it in my Simic kit would have been too good. No, I pulled it out of my Orzhov kit. This is, like, my kits were, like, super all over the place, right? Because, like, my Orzhov kit had the Krakus in it, or not the... Yeah, the Crassus. It had the Crassus in it. And then my Simic kits had rares for, like, white and black and red. And I'm like, pfft. I was like, well, whatever. I'm like, I guess I'll just build these with commons and uncommons. The sad thing is that my Orzhov kit, even with the pre-sealed, like, guild pack kit that comes with it, that's like, these are just cards that are from this set, commons and uncommons. It's essentially 15 cards, but they're all white and black because it's Orzhov, right? Even with that, the number of Orzhov cards I got out of my 5 packs plus that was less than the number of Simic cards I got in my Orzhov kit. So, like, my Simic cards, I think I had 8 or 9 Simic cards, so like green-blue in the casting cost, right? Whether it was a split card or whether it was creatures or whatever, right? And then Orzhov, I think I only had 6 after my pre-sealed kit, and like I was like, well, I mean, I should play Simic then. Like, look, and they were good. Like, I think I had the Sharktopus and 2 Airmunculuses, and this is in my Orzhov kit, and I'm like, this is some good stuff here, like some decent things. But the rest of my blue and green that I had hit out of my 5 packs was atrocious. I think I had 2 of the blue counter spells for 3 mana, which are good, but then, like, nothing else. Like, all the rest of my blue was just like nothing, like no creatures and things that just don't do anything by themselves. And then my green was like, here's that 0/3 that makes any color if you tap another creature. And, oh, did you want evolved creatures? We don't have those. You got 2 Canopy Spiders. I'm like, okay. All right, this the Canopy Spider, the 3/5 spider. I'm like, okay. And then you get one of the 4/4s that has Riot. And I was like, my green and blue is like, okay, but it's not good. Rhythm of the Wild is what beat me. So when Ben beat me Saturday night when we were playing just for funs, he played it on curve on turn 3, and I went, oh, that's gonna go bad. And then he's like, oh yeah, by the way, all of my creatures in my deck have Riot already, in addition to Rhythm of the Wild. And I went, yeah, that's bad. I'm not looking forward to that. and then he proceeded to be like, I play a creature with Riot, I give it a 1/1 counter and give it haste, I swing you. And I was like, yep, all right, this is how this game's gonna go. It was not great. It was not great. And then when I played against Graham, he had it as well in his Gruul deck on Sunday, but I just was too fast for him. Like my Simic deck came out with too many beaters early in the game, and he couldn't deal with it. So like he didn't draw his Rhythm of the Wild until like turn 8 or something like that. So like it was too late. So, but yeah, Rhythm of the Wild is a bonkers card, absolutely bonkers. Just crazy. But I didn't see any walkers. Out of 3 kits, I saw no walkers. And I didn't see any of like the top end removal spells from the rare slots. Like no Bedevil, no Kaya's Wrath, nothing like that. So, yeah, you know. Yeah, the Priest of the Forgotten Gods. I had that in my Orzhov deck. Yeah. I put it in my Orzhov deck and I was like, this card seems good because it's only a 1/1 for 2. But you can pay a mana and tap it and sack 2 things and get 2 cards. This seems pretty good. Oh, the green enchantment from Simic. The Simic Chamber, or whatever it was called. I can't remember the name of it now. But yes, that was my promo in one of my Simic kits. Was the card that lets you draw whenever you play a new creature or whatever. All right. I just got the ping. That probably means that dinner is probably either here or just got here, or it probably is cold. So I probably need to go and eat. And also, I've been talking for 30 minutes, and people are going to come and watch this video and be like, what happened, MrBevers? Normally, your Masterpiece Monday video is only like, 10 minutes at most. And I'm going to be like, I'm sorry. I filmed it live, and I got chatting about the pre-release weekend. It happens. It happens. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope all your pre-releases went really well. I will be back to regular schedule, so you should see my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday videos this week. Friday will most likely be new Ravnica, starting into new Ravnica, because I will be getting a case of that, so I'll be doing those for the next 6 weeks probably. Although it sounds like most people have been opening them and already showing them all off while I've been at PAX, because, you can get your boxes on pre-release weekend now, I guess. I don't know. It seems like we're just getting them earlier and earlier now, and so like the push to try and get your content out as soon as possible is very like super time constraint, right? Like if you want to get the most amount of views out of the newest set coming out, you have to release as soon as you possibly can to its release date, or to at least its product going to the public. And now that the public can get their hands on it sooner, that means that the time window, like when it was here, it's now here. And so if you don't get your product here and do it, you're too late. You've missed it. So I've missed it by a week. I've missed the initial wave of people being interested in seeing the new stuff. But I'm still going to open it because that's what I do. It's what I do for the channel. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you all have a great night and have a great evening. And if you're watching this later, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your comment below with what set you think. Next week, we'll have the Masterpiece in it. Here's our foil count along the top. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.